Can you imagine standing at the foot of a mountain, wrapped in clouds so dense they seem to touch the sky, lightning tears through the darkness? Thunder makes the earth tremble beneath your feet, and the air is charged with mystery and anticipation. Mount Sinai rises majestically before the people of Israel, newly freed from slavery in Egypt. Hearts beat quickly between fear and hope. What is about to happen will forever change the fate of humanity. Moses, the chosen leader, receives a call he cannot ignore. With firm steps and a determined gaze, he begins to ascend the sacred mountain, disappearing into the celestial mist. What will he find up there? What divine revelation is about to be delivered? Get ready to witness the moment when the divine touches the mortal, where eternal laws are written by God's own hand. The Ten Commandments are not just words on tablets of stone. They are principles that echo through the centuries, guiding generations towards justice and holiness. Before we dive into this incredible journey, how about subscribing to the channel and turning on the notification bell? This way, you won't miss any detail of this and other exciting Bible stories we have prepared for you. Let's uncover the mysteries of Mount Sinai together. As Moses disappears into the mist surrounding Mount Sinai, the people of Israel watch with anxious eyes and racing hearts. With each passing moment, the anticipation grows. The silence is so profound that you can hear the sound of the wind brushing against the tents and the distant crackle of thunder on the mountain's peak. Moses, walking along steep and rocky trails, feels the atmosphere change around him. The air becomes pure, almost electrifying. The divine presence is palpable. With each step, he approaches an encounter that no mortal has ever experienced. Suddenly, an intense light surrounds him. A powerful yet gentle voice echoes deep within his soul. Moses, faithful servant, behold, I make a covenant with you and your people. Before him, stone tablets begin to appear, and flaming letters are engraved on them by God's own hand. Each commandment resonates like an eternal melody. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Meanwhile, in the camp, the people whisper among themselves, what is happening up there? Will Moses return? Uncertainty hangs in the air, but there is also a flame of hope that does not fade. On the summit, the revelation is complete. Moses looks at the tablets in his hands, aware of the weight and importance of the words he carries. His face glows with a light that is not of this world, reflecting the glory of the divine encounter. Beginning his descent, each step is taken with care. He knows he is about to share something with his people that transcends time, something that will define the identity and destiny of generations. As he approaches the camp, the first figures begin to spot him. Murmurs of surprise and admiration spread quickly. Look, Moses is back. See how his face shines. Moses gathers everyone at the foot of the mountain. With a firm voice and serene gaze, he raises the tablets for all to see. Here are the words that the Lord has given us, an eternal covenant to guide our lives. He then begins to recite each commandment. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Honor your father and your mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. The people listen attentively as Moses reads each commandment. The words touch their hearts deeply, bringing understanding and purpose. At that moment, they are no longer just a group of former slaves wandering in the desert, but a nation united by a divine calling. The Ten Commandments are not just laws. They are an invitation to a life of meaning, justice, and communion with the sacred. And so, under the starry desert sky, a new journey begins that will echo through time. Are you enjoying the story of the Ten Commandments? Press the like button and share the blessing. May God's grace be with you. As the words of the Ten Commandments echoed through the valley, a sense of reverence took hold of the people of Israel. The silence was deep, but filled with meaning. Each individual felt the weight and sanctity of the newly revealed laws, realizing that they were not merely in front of rules, but a divine call to a life of purpose and integrity. Moses, sensing the depth of the moment, looked into his people's eyes and said, These are not just words carved in stone. They are the covenant between us and the Almighty, a commitment that will transcend generations. Families gathered around campfires that night, discussing the meaning of each commandment. Parents explained to their children the importance of honoring, respecting, and loving not only God, but one another. The stories and teachings became part of their culture, sung in songs and told in tales throughout the years. However, the journey was only beginning. The desert presented its own challenges, and not everyone was ready to follow the path of righteousness. Some questioned, why must we follow these laws? Wouldn't it be easier to live our own way? But for every doubt, there was a firm answer based on faith and hope for a better future. Moses not only delivered the laws, he led by example. In moments of conflict, he applied the principles of the commandments, showing mercy and justice. His leadership reinforced the importance of living according to these new precepts, strengthening the unity and identity of the people. As they advanced through the desert, the Ten Commandments became the moral compass, guiding each decision. A society was born based on values that prioritized life, truth, and justice. Disputes were settled according to the divine laws, and the community thrived in harmony and cooperation. Other nations observed with curiosity and admiration. Who are these people who live under such just laws? They asked. Israel's reputation as a wise and understanding nation began to spread. The Ten Commandments were not only an internal code, but a beacon that shone beyond their borders. Over time, people realized that these laws were not a burden, but a protection. They prevented injustice, avoided conflicts, and promoted collective well-being. Idolatry, lying, theft, and other destructive practices were abandoned, giving way to a culture of respect and dignity. In times of difficulty, when the temptation to stray was great, the commandments served as a powerful reminder of the commitment made. They were recited in assemblies, taught to children, and inscribed on doorposts. They became an inseparable part of daily life. The influence of the Ten Commandments transcended generations. Even when the people faced exiles, wars, and dispersions, the laws remained as an unbreakable bond with their roots and with God. They shaped not just a nation, but inspired ethical and legal codes around the world. And it all began on that unforgettable day at the foot of Mount Sinai, when the divine touched the mortal and offered a path of light amidst the darkness. The story of the Ten Commandments is an eternal reminder that regardless of the challenges, there is a higher calling to live with purpose, integrity, and love. Do you think it is harder to follow these laws today? Which of them have you broken and sinned against? Tell me in the comments. The Ten Commandments became the foundation of the life of the people of Israel. They were not just rules, but a path to a harmonious and meaningful existence. Each commandment taught a valuable lesson about how to relate to God and to others, promoting a community based on respect, justice, and love. Moses, observing the transformation of his people, felt a deep gratitude. He knew that the words written on the stone tablets had the power to change hearts and shape futures. The journey through the desert was not just a physical crossing, but also a spiritual one. Every challenge faced strengthened the faith and determination to follow the divine precepts. As they approached the Promised Land, the people of Israel carried with them not only belongings, but also an invaluable spiritual heritage. The Ten Commandments served as a moral compass, guiding them through uncertainties and preparing them to build a nation grounded in eternal principles. The influence of these commandments transcended generations and borders. They became fundamental pillars in various cultures and societies worldwide, inspiring laws and systems of justice. To this day, their messages of honesty, respect, fidelity, and love for one's neighbor remain relevant, inviting each of us to reflect on our choices and actions. And so, the story of the Ten Commandments is not just about a moment in time, but about a flame that continues to shine, lighting the way to a full and virtuous life. It is a powerful reminder that when we align with higher values, we can overcome any obstacle and build a better world. I am trying to create a better world with my videos, and if this one gets at least 20 comments from people saying they liked it, I will keep bringing more. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey through Mount Sinai and the delivery of the Ten Commandments. If you felt inspired by this story, don't forget to leave a like and share this video with your friends and family. It helps us spread these uplifting messages to even more people. And to keep exploring other fascinating stories from the Bible, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. This way, you'll be the first to know when new videos are released. We look forward to having you with us on the next adventures. Until next time.